Hello and welcome to the TeaStore. The TeaStore is a microservice reference application that can be used for model extraction and evaluation of modeling research. The TeaStore consists of 5 services, a registry and a database. The services communicate with one another. The registry is a simplified version of Netflix's Eureka. It provides location services and a heartbeat to see if other services are still online. Each service communicates with the registry using the registry client. They also use the registry client for inter-service communication and load balancing. It is based on Netflix's Ribbon. The web UI serves the front end, integrates the other services into the UI, and features load on different resources. The authentication service handles user authentication and session validation using bcrypt and SHA-512. It provides a heavy CPU load. The persistence provider encapsulates the database, provides caching, and thus a heavy memory load. Image provider serves images from the disk with heavy storage and memory load. And the recommender recommends the user's products based on their user history. It uses one of 4 different algorithms and has a configurable memory or CPU load. We can set up the TeaStore for multiple different infrastructures. In this example, I'm going to set up the TeaStore and its monitoring environment using Kubernetes. I will first set up the monitoring environment by copying and pasting one of our definition files from our GitHub. The monitoring environment is now in place. I will now set up the TeaStore itself, again by pasting one of our definition files. The TeaStore has now been created. If we check the Kubernetes dashboard, we can see that the containers have come online. The deployments are there, as are the pods, the replica sets, and the services. We can also check the TeaStore status on the TeaStore's own status page, which checks its internal status. On the status page, we see that 2 of the services are already online, the other 3 are still booting. Once we recheck the page, we can see that the other 3 services have started. We can now begin to use the store itself. Using the store, we can browse the store, browse its categories, its products, and generally perform all actions that a user would perform on the store. Here I am going to select a product and add it to the shopping cart. Apart from browsing the store itself, we can do different actions on the store. For example, we can scale the store's service instances. Here I am going to scale the store using Kubernetes by deploying one additional instance of its authentication service. I can check the status again using the TeaStore status page to see if the authentication service has correctly scaled. This will take a while, but after a short while we can see that 2 authentication service instances are now online on 2 different hosts. What we also want to do is we want to be able to extract models from the TeaStore. To this end, we are going to use the TeaStore's logging infrastructure, which logs all the actions performed on the TeaStore within very fine granularity. We can see all the method calls and user actions that have been performed on the TeaStore to create models such as behavioral models or dependency graphs. As an example, we extracted a call path model from these logs. If we zoom in at the bottom, we can see that the recommender uses both the slope 1 algorithm and the popularity-based recommendation twice. You can check out the TeaStore and its latest documentation on our GitHub.